In today's video for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, I'm going to be going over how you can get your hands on this absolutely awesome armor set, the Rakshasa Armor, as well as the Rakshasa Great Katana. These are absolutely amazing and well worth having, and the armor is also probably the most powerful in the game. Now, if we take our Tarnished and just kind of unequip everything, making him kind of a little loincloth dude, you'll see that our attack power goes all the way down to around about 592. With each piece of the Rakshasa armor that we're putting on, you're going to gain 2% extra to your damage. However, there is a little bit of a deficit to it because the armor, as far as I can tell, has a drawback where you do get hit a little bit harder. But I think that's already kind of inherent within its stats because the stats are slightly less than on some of the armors of the same weight class. Also, for the Rakshasa Great Katana, this thing is another amazing weapon, has a lot of style to it, does some great bleed damage, and also the special move you get on it does some really nice kind of stagger as well. As you can see here, where I haven't really upgraded it, but I'm still doing some great damage and making the Black Knight not even able to kind of counter attack or attack me whatsoever. Now, in order to get hold of the Rakshasa armor as well as the sword, you're going to want to make it all the way up to the Shadow Keep. So we're going to go to the entrance just here. And be wary, there is a boss here, so you will need to be on guard and have a nice build about yourself. But once you take them out, you're gonna head off just over this way in this direction, and just keep making your way throughout the Shadow Keep, running up the stairs and trying to avoid all of the fights within. Keep making your way through. And try and be a bit wary because there's loads of enemies in the corner of the rooms in this, so you do have to be a bit mindful. But keep making your way through to this area just here, and you'll see that there's a kind of ladder that you can make your way straight down. That's going to be on the left hand side here. Once there, you're going to look to your right and there's going to be what looks like a kind of overflowing waterway. But you can make your way straight under and then go down another ladder. At this point, you're going to face this archway just here, make your way through, and there'll be a nice easy illusionary doorway ready for you to open up and make your way further through the instance. Keep making your way down and then you'll be greeted with a cutscene, something that you've probably seen quite a few times if you played Elden Ring, one where you'll be making your way into a kind of tomb and it's going to take you to another location. Once there, you're going to want to jump on your trusty torrent, grab the first checkpoint, and then you're going to want to head just over in this direction where I've marked just here. So jump back on your steed and make your way over there. Now, there is one of those big furnace things here, but as long as you're kind of making your way past, you shouldn't really get hit by anything and you should be good to go. Just keep on to that left hand side. And make your way over to here where you grab yourself another Sight of Grace. At this point, you're going to want to just jump back on torrent, keep making your way past the kind of rocky terrain, and just keep proceeding forward until you see a way across on your right hand side. When you do get here, make the little jump and then just making it further forward again. Honestly, this probably looks more difficult than it is, and you can't really go the wrong direction because as long as you're heading straight forward, you will eventually get to where you need to go. And that's going to be this grace point just here, the Recluse's River downstream. So at this point, you're going to want to pop off of the ledge just here, as there'll be some kind of jutting out stone facings that you can make your way down on quite easily. I tried this on torrent and I tried it on foot and I found it much easier on foot. Do whichever one you think's best for yourself, but once you make it to the end, you're going to go off in this direction and we're going to be on the lookout for another mausoleum. So just keep going all the way through, and then right at the very end of the river is going to be this one just here, the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. Now make sure you buff up because down here you will have to fight Rakshasa, and depending on how kitted up you are at the time, he does tend to hit very hard. As you can see here, I thought I got the better of him, but he must have just landed the final attack as I was finishing him off, and we kind of fell each other. But even so, I did still manage to get the gear, which was nice, as I was a little bit worried that I'd screwed it up. Now you are in all your glory, the Rakshasa set, the Rakshasa sword, and you're an absolute monster to be reckoned with. Honestly, this is probably the most powerful armor set in the game, and even though it does mean you get hit a little bit harder, it's definitely worth putting on a lot of times. Hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There'll be a lot more content away from me, hints, tips, guides, and some really nice builds coming up. But for now, as always, take care. I'll see you on the next day.